Hey, good morning, my friends. It's Sandra back today, feeling kind of patriotic since I'm just coming from our nation's capital and my hometown. Still feeling a little patriotic today. Getting ready to get my day started. I actually fixed the boys' homemade fluffy and light pancakes today. Hopefully they were delicious to them. And I'm just having a cup of coffee and starting my day. Listen, today I want to talk to you about the characteristics of a leader. And the reason I'm doing this today is because I have a lot of people come to me and say, Sandra, I am not a leader. Sandra, I'm not a leader because I don't have the money that rich people have. I can't talk to people like you can and like other people can. But you know what? Let me tell you this, just starting out by saying what leadership is not. Leadership is absolutely not determined by the amount of money that you have. It's not determined by the amount of money your family has. Not determined by your economic status, and not determined by the kind of job or position that you have. Just want to say that up front. But let me tell you what the characteristics of a true leader really are. First and foremost, it is belief. Belief is a condition of the mind, and that is believing in oneself. If you don't believe that you're a leader, then certainly no one else will. I was reading this morning John Maxwell's book, Developing the Leader Within You, and that speaks to your mindset. I just wanted to give you a quick quote out of his book where he says in his first chapter that leadership can be taught. He says, and I quote, "Leadership is not an exclusive club for those who were born with it. The traits that are the raw materials of leadership can be acquired. Link them up with desire, and nothing can keep you from becoming a leader." This book will supply the leadership principles. You must supply the desire. So that's first and foremost, belief. Listen, secondly, leaders add value to the lives of others. You might ask, well, how do leaders add value? They add values in a lot of different ways. In the business sense, they train, they educate, they provide information. Anything that adds value to someone's life is what a leader does. Thirdly, a leader is a go-to person. A leader is someone that people migrate to because they want advisement. They may want advisement on personal matters. They may want advisement on business matters. It doesn't matter. People go to leaders for personal reasons and because they have integrity and because people trust them. People go to leaders for business advisement because of their demonstrated successes. So again, they have respect for that person as a leader. Listen, next, a leader stays focused. Let me say this, that life, it's not if life is going to happen, it is when life is going to happen. Well, what am I talking about? Life, having a baby, losing a job, losing a home, getting married, getting divorced, anything in life that is going to affect a mood change in you is going to happen, and we already know that it's going to happen. You know what a leader does in those circumstances? A leader has vision, and they stay focused, and they are able to lead themselves through these trials and move out of these trials while still maintaining their focus on their goals. A leader is always positive and optimistic. A leader is not one that you're ever going to see down. Not even, no circumstances on this earth is going to get them down. If it does, then it's a temporary situation and they come out of it very quickly. Let's just say that you are in an auto accident and your car is messed up pretty bad. Well, a leader's outlook on that situation is, thank God that it was the car and not me. It could have been worse. A leader already knows that regardless of his or her circumstances, somebody is worse off. So why not look on the bright side? It's only going to benefit you. Now, influence. Now, John C. Maxwell talks a lot about influence in his book, Developing the Leader Within. And he talks about the fact that leaders are magnets. And because people are led towards leaders, then they have influence. They have influence, but you can't have influence without trust and integrity. Next, leaders execute. You won't hear leaders just talking about what they're going to do. Leaders don't have to tell you that they're a leader. You can look at their actions and tell it. Leaders are willing to do today what others won't, so that they can have tomorrow what others don't. I don't always feel like making 20 to 30 phone calls a day, but if that means there's going to be some benefit down the road, then I'm willing to do it now, making that sacrifice so that I can have something for the future. Last but absolutely not least, leaders find mentors. Leaders are drawn to other leaders who are in a position where they want to be. Leaders never assume that they have reached the top or the pinnacle. Leaders are always looking to get better. They're always looking for self-development, however they can get it. Do you remember when you were growing up, did your mom and dad ever say, "Don't you be a copycat"? Well, I heard that same thing. But guess what? You'd be surprised to know that in business today, especially if you're looking towards mentors, then it's okay to be a copycat. But make sure you're copying the right cat. That is the tip of the day, folks. Join us again for another tip. This is Sandra saying goodbye and have a blessed and prosperous day and week.